Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. How are you this morning? Welcome back to Ribbon Candy Hooking Coffee Time. I'm Deanna. Good to see everybody. Let's see who's here. I forgot to bump the post up on the Facebook group, which I normally do, so hopefully everybody can find it. Jenny, great to see you. Good morning. Joy, good morning. And Kira, good morning. Great to see you. Kirsten, hello and good morning in Vermont. Oh, Mom, and Penny, good morning in North Carolina. And my mom is on in Granby, Connecticut. It is a special time. I'm getting such good feedback on this book. I mean, I can't take any of the credit for it, that's for sure. Mary Collins Barreal, beautiful book, and I got a lot of messages last night in all the different places saying, some of them, like Kaz, like, you know, I'm from the Midwest. This is like super extra special reading and hearing about, you know, this particular subject. Other people just saying this is something so different, you know, lots of good feedback on this. So I'm so glad, because this book really is a little gem and I highly recommend it. The information should still be in the video here on it. Robin, great to see you. And Teresa, I heard Robin, Kaz, and Carol are going to have an outing together around Wisconsin, right? That makes me so happy. It's so nice when Jane Austen expression, when good people find each other, and they always do. I forget what book that's from, but it remains true, of course, to this day. It will always be true. Teresa, great to see you. Tara, great to see you. Martha, great to see you. Lisa, great to see you. And Barbara, I have got your stuff on the way. I've had a horrible mishap with mail. The 2 Dutch treats that I had sent out, I'm having a horrible mishap with them. So I am going to say, if you signed up for the die class and in your box you have a kit, please let me know and I'll send you a return label, because 2 of them are just not accounted for anywhere, and I have a very small system. So this has been a huge source of stress, but I was dying at 12:30 last night, and then I woke up at 4:30 again, and I was dying this morning, trying to get these kits out again because I'm worried about where they are. They don't show any tracking or movement. So Barbara, that is coming with your ice cream kit. Don't think I forgot. I'm just having a bit of a mail thing. Let's see. I was going to spin that into a joke, but better not go there, right? Robin and Carol, good morning. Diane, good to see you. I'm working on another pattern with velvet. I have the large one over there, but it's going to be this one, the Maud Lewis, and I'm going to be doing the boomerang flowers. I might have said this yesterday with the crazy, her sort of signature butterflies that are super cartoony. I'm going to be doing this at least in mostly velvet, if not all in velvet. So I'm really looking forward to that. Another project that I'm going to really enjoy using the velvet on. What else did I want to tell you? Linda, I'm so sorry I didn't bump the post in the Facebook group. I bet a lot of you go there to look at it, and I posted it yesterday being sort of proactive about getting it done, but then I forgot to bump it to the top. Good to see you, Linda. No, I know, Barbara, but I think that I might have sent those 2 out accidentally in the boxes with the die stuff. So if people signed up for the die class and you accidentally have a kit in there, those are the 2 kits I'm looking for. That's one of the possible scenarios about where those 2 Dutch treat kits went to. One is Barbara's. I want to say the other one is Sherry, something like that. It'll come to me, but yeah, the two Dutch treats I sent out, they're not showing as being tracked. So I've already noticed that, and I'm trying to be proactive here with figuring out what the possibilities are. So one of the possibilities is they're accidentally in 2 of the boxes with the die stuff. So then people who sign up for the die kit, please let me know if you accidentally got a kit as well. But yeah, no, I know, Barbara. I'm trying to recount them. But in the meantime, I re-dyed everything because, of course, Murphy's Law, those 2 kits were the last 2 kits in stock for those colors. So then I had to dye. It's 16 colors, but I dyed 20 colors for it because I always give extra colors. So I dyed 20 more colors. So I'm just going to send the new ones out. But it's been a real pig's breakfast. When things go missing, I get so stressed. Yeah, no, it's just stupidness on my end because we noticed they weren't moving in the tracking. Modern times, not super fun, but these things happen. So yeah, I'm working on the Maud Lewis stuff. There's massive sign up for those 2 classes, which is great. Still tons of room, of course. It's a Zoom call. Those Maud Lewis classes are going to be great. I will show you moving the cats, the sort of layer cake cats, that might be what I call it, onto my mom's frame tomorrow, because she's got the largest size Amy Oxford frame that I showed you yesterday. Because I am scared about ripping the edges out. It's right to the edges right now. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to work on it more, and I'm going to show you that, because a few people wrote and said, is this available as a kit? And it will be. I just want to finish it, make sure that you like the colors. And then I'm going to start the one with the velvet, and I already started the other one yesterday while I was at the beach. This one, I don't know what I'm going to call this yet, with this real dip in the hail. This is another classic motif with several of Maud's things all layered in. So I started that at the beach yesterday, even though all this stressful stuff was happening with not being able to locate those 2 packages. I had told the kids I'd take them to the beach, and we hadn't been to the beach, the Hammonasset Beach in Connecticut, this year. So I said, oh, I cannot go back on my word here. I have got to do it. They were all fired up with their suits on. So we went out to the beach, and the strangest thing, maybe somebody, Martha, maybe you know this, there were so many jellyfish in the water. It was unbelievable. I don't know if this is like breeding, spawning, whatever, but it was almost like being at the aquarium and looking at a tank of jellyfish. I walked out on the little jetty, and just in front of one rock there were 8 jellyfish just right there, like boom, 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 boom. And I could hear people in the water screaming, because everybody was getting stung. And these are not like man-o-war with the tentacles. These are just like these weird floppy gross ones that float and zing you, but you feel like you stuck your finger in a socket, you know, when it happens, and then it hurts for a while. So I didn't want it to happen to the kids, because I thought if they get stung by a jellyfish, they are never going to go into the ocean again. They're probably not even going to go into a lake again, because I got stung last year, and it did hurt. So yeah, so tons of people got stung. We ended up not being able to go into the water, but that didn't stop us from tying raw chicken onto string and attracting crabs and feeding crabs and playing with crabs. And some of the other kids that were there were looking for hermit crabs, so the kids got involved in that too. But I thought, what a weird phenomenon that there be that many jellyfish right at the shore, you know. Must be the wind. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's like a weather thing. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, hey, Carol, good to see you. I was just saying, Carol, it's so nice that you and Robin and Kaz are getting together. I wish I could be there. It sounds like a great party. But it was a fun afternoon. I hooked very little of this, and you know, I'm doing it in very in colors outside my comfort zone, which is always good. I'm doing it in almost all recycled tweeds, materials that are like rolled up for braiding. I was going to use for different things. Some evergreen colors, some real pastel-y sort of confetti cupcake colors, and the sky white with just a touch of other colors. And then really, really bright green here in the foreground, bright green, evergreen, and then this combination of crazy different tweeds. Not traditional tweeds like, you know, black watch kind of stuff, but like really odd colored tweeds for the houses and the roofs. So we'll see how that turns out. That is sort of outside of my comfort zone, using yellow, using green, using tweeds this much. So we'll see how it goes, but I am excited to see how it evolves. I think this one is a hooking pattern, and the one I'm doing with your velvet, Diane, is going to be a hooking pattern because of the velvet. And this one is 100% punching. I mean, you could also hook it, but this one I'm punching currently. So yeah, mixed bag, right? So let's get back to this book before it gets too late. I'm really enjoying this book too. And Hooked Rugs of the Midwest, A Handcrafted History by Mary Collins Burrell. Now, where we left off yesterday, we were talking about very, very far back in the history timeline, materials. And I brought up the word Bryn. And Mandy was gracious enough to write from Canada and tell me, because I said, you know, what is this word Bryn? And a few of our buddies on here who were from Canada said, don't use that word, don't know that word. So Mandy wrote yesterday. Mandy writes often with the most beautiful pictures she sends. I'm trying to figure out a way to get a green screen behind me and a slide projector going. This is like the next evolution of our shows, so that we can look at rugs in detail behind me without printing out pictures and trying to hold them up and bring them in focus. Also blowing through ink like crazy doing that. So I'm going to try to figure out how to do that. But Mandy wrote, and she said, Watching today's YouTube video, I noticed the mention of brin. Brin was a word used for burlap in Newfoundland during the silk stocking mats era, but I'm not sure whether they still call it that today. Here in Nova Scotia, it's just called burlap. Even in Cheticamp, it's just referred to as burlap. So that's a good update because she was aware of the word, but that it had kind of fallen by the wayside, as so much of our language does, either changes definition as time goes on, morphs, or falls by the wayside. So I think brin is going to be one of those words. There are a number of debates about jellyfish. Oh, Martha says, Martha is a scientist. That's why I direct these questions to you. Overabundance of certain food, warming oceans. I mean, it's just like last year we were swimming in the ocean every time we went. This year, you know, I was thinking about getting the kids wetsuits. I mean, how crazy is that at the high point of the summer? But as I say, I can't let them go in there and get stung like crazy because they will never want to go swimming in the ocean again. And I don't want to do that to them. I'm trying to hold off on all that sort of crazy, you know, I put water shoes on them so the crabs don't get them because there's so many crabs. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I know from being a kid that when you do something, you get hurt. You know, you're smart enough that you don't want to repeat it, and it becomes a thing, particularly with special needs kids like my son. So it could be any of those things, Martha. I've just never seen so many except at the aquarium. It was like science fiction landscape of insanity, you know. It was just crazy. Catherine, good to see you. Good morning in Southern California. So, all right. So then we picked up, you know, we were talking about when did hooked rugs truly make their way to the Midwest? So the answer is they will make their way